bunch of all-stars, you think that you're the upset-minded team, and they've got an opportunity.
Oh, Hawkins, what a goal! The captain of the ECHL All Stars tying the game at 1 with a beauty.
Welcome back, fans, to the ECHL Insider. I'm your host, Garrett Hunter. We have lots of great action to talk about this week, including a highlight that you saw just before this. Brandon Hawkins, an All-Star Classic goal on Monday. What a move by Hawkins. He had a hat trick in the All-Star Classic to help the All-Stars beat the Savannah Ghost Pirates 18-11. Also in the All-Star Classic, 3 skill competitions. We'll start with the fastest shot. That was won by Savannah's Nolan Valou. He cranked a shot 95 miles an hour. What a shot by Valou, but that's not the first time. That's actually the second time that he has won this competition in an All-Star Classic. The second competition, the precision competition, won by Brent Peterson. He hit all 4 targets on all 4 corners of the net in just 3.6 seconds. Peterson, definitely a veteran in the ECHL, and he definitely showed it on Monday in the All-Star Classic. And finally, the final All-Star competition, the fastest skater, also won by Savannah. Sebastian Vidmar got around the whole rink in only 12.95 seconds. Definitely showed off the wheels for all to see on Monday. Well, we have big news for the ECHL. They approved their 30th ECHL franchise in Bloomington, Illinois. This week, it will be in Grossinger Motors Arena, and the franchise will be owned by Hallett Sports and Entertainment. If that name sounds familiar, it's because they own the Indy Fuel franchise as well. So definitely a great franchise location in Illinois for the ECHL, as it'll be a geographical rival position for many Central Division teams. They will start play in October 2024, and we will update you when the logo and a name is introduced for this new franchise. Well, let's get now to the top 5 games of the week. We will start in the North Division with the Newfoundland Growlers taking on the Admirals for a 3-game series, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all in the Norfolk scope. Admirals struggled a little bit lately. They're in 5th place, but the Newfoundland Growlers also struggled a little bit last week when they took on the Adirondack Thunder. So both teams looking to bounce back this week, but it definitely will be difficult for the Growlers in a big home ice advantage for the Norfolk Admirals. And our 4th game of the week, the Worcester Railers and Fort Wayne Comets, a non-conference series Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Fort Wayne has looked good. They're in 2nd place in the Central Division. But a note about the Central Division, only 5 points separate the 2nd and 7th place in the Central Division right now, which should make for some very, very close and entertaining playoff games come playoff race time in March and April. Also, at number 3, back to the North Division with the Adirondack Thunder and Trois-Rivières Lions taking the ice Friday and Saturday. Adirondack has looked as good as anybody right now. They hold the number 1 place in the Eastern Conference. So Trois-Rivières should have their hands full this weekend, see if they can pull 2 upsets over the Thunder. And our 2nd best game of the week, the Jacksonville Icemen and Greenville Swamp Rabbits will do battle Saturday and Sunday. Greenville top of their division right now in the South Division. Right behind them, though, in 3rd place is the Icemen. Icemen will look to close the gap a little bit between them and Greenville, though, this weekend. 2 key matchups to see how Jacksonville performs with such a great team as the Swamp Rabbits. Really been impressed right now with Greenville, the way they've played defensively. Really love the defenseman core that they have right now for the Swamp Rabbits. See how they can defend a very good Jacksonville team. And our top game of the week, the Toledo Walleye on Saturday will travel to Indy to take on the Fuel. The Walleye currently hold the top position in the Central Division, but in 3rd place is the Fuel. Fuel will have home ice advantage for this one. I think that'll be important, but Toledo has had a lot of success this year against the Fuel. So Fuel obviously will have their hands full against the Walleye. This should definitely be, though, one of the biggest games of the week, and it'll come from a Central Division that is very close right now. Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the ECHL Insider. Hope to see you next week. Make sure to hit the subscribe button below, and we'll see you for next week's episode.
North Carolina, puck centered in front, back door, Lucas Savage's point blank stop by Ellis, and he's got it. Holden Ellis with a big stop, and now we got pushing and shoving in front of the net. Tyson Empey wrapped up with Alex Fortin, believe it or not. And in comes Montgomery to grab Fortin. Now Lieberman and Stevens, and they're going to fight. Lieberman knocks down Stevens. Stevens goes back at him. Those two are going right in front of Ellis, who gets out of there. Now Stevens falls down on top of Lieberman. They still have their gloves on.